Peter 5:7. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. This is one of my favorite verses in the Bible because, when is life never stressful? Seriously, it seems life just keeps getting more and more stressful as the days goes on. But this verse tells us that we can give that to God because he cares for us. And to me, it just really makes me feel better and a lot less stressful, that God is with me through all those times, and I can give all my problems and my anxieties to him, and he always cares about it, no matter how small a detail is, or how petty it is, or even how big it is. It doesn't matter, because God cares about it. And so this month, the kids are learning that Jesus will help me. And so for their first Bible story this month, they're learning about how God healed the blind man. It's a story where Jesus spit in the mud and then put the mud on the man's eyes, told him to go wash in the river, and the man was healed. And so it really is a great story to share with the kids so that they know that Jesus will help me, because God will always help us. And so this week I'm going to start by talking about the 2s and 3s because they're pretty similar. So the 2s will start out with peekaboo, and the 3s aren't doing this. So basically, you'll just have a little blanket or something to hide under, and then you'll play peekaboo with the children. And then you'll play what is it? And so you'll have some things, and the kids can look at them, and you can kind of talk with them about what it is. And then these last 3 things are what both the 2s and 3-year-olds are going to do. The first thing is the senses. So they'll have some objects that they can touch and that they can smell. And so you can kind of tell them, if you were blind, you wouldn't have your sight to see these things, and you just have your senses. So we're blind, we can touch it and we can smell these things to figure out what they are. And then you'll do the Make It Mud activity. So you'll have some sand and some water, and so you can kind of make some mud, and you can have the kids feel it and then wash their hands off, because it's like the mud in the story that Jesus made. And then you'll have your color sheet to do if you still have time at the end of the hour. The 3s, their first activity is the same as the first activity for the 4 and 5-year-olds. And it's Feels Like is what it's called. So we're going to have a bowl of already cooked noodles for you with some objects inside of it. Then the kids have to put their hands inside and feel around and try to figure out what it is. And then the 4s and 5-year-olds will do the Jesus Helps Me activity. So they're going to have some pictures of ways that we can help other people, or ways that Jesus can help us, and they'll have those, and they'll glue it on the color sheet next to the bigger picture and so the bigger picture and the smaller picture are the same. And then they'll do Man Born Blind color book. So this is basically just a book that retells a story that they just learned. So you can help the kids fold it so that it's in order, and then you can go through the story with the children again so that they can really remember it. And then the last activity they're going to do is I Have a Good Friend game. So you'll have the ball, and you'll say the little chant. Let me see what it is here. It's, I have a good friend, a good friend, a good friend. I have a good friend. His name is the name of the child. Then you'll roll the ball to them, and you can keep playing that as long as you want. And then you can end teaching them the memory verse, which again is 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for us. And so that's the week for this Sunday. And one little side note about the everything, touching everything. If the kids don't want to touch it, if they don't want to stick their hands in the spaghetti, that's fine. It's just supposed to be a fun thing for them to do. And it seems like most kids do like to get their hands kind of dirty. So have a lot of fun with the Bible story this week and all the activities. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Lift your name on high. Praise Lord, I lift your name.